Okay, grade 11s. This is a civil drawing question. This activity is on page 62 from the JPEGD workbook. So, what's given? We are given the incomplete north elevation of a new house showing the walls, window, door openings, and steps. The incomplete floor plan showing the walls, position of the doors, windows, features, and the electrical layout. The incomplete foundation and external wall detail. A table of electrical symbols. Those symbols are right over here. These are the electrical symbols. That means when we add the electrical fittings on our floor plan, that means we'll just draw them like this. Okay, and we are also given a door or a table of the features, a door and window schedule, room designations and floor finishes, the incomplete floor plan of the new house drawn to scale 1:50, and the starting point of the detail section drawn to scale 1:20 on page 63. So page 63 is the answer sheet. So instructions, we have to answer this question on page 63. The first question, we have to complete the floor plan, and the second question, we have to complete the north elevation, and the last question, we have to draw to scale 1:20 a detailed section on cutting plane AA. So I'll start with the first question. The first question says, using the given incomplete floor plan, draw in first angle orthographic projection and to scale 1:50. Scale 1:50. Right, the following views of the new house. Obviously we have to complete the floor plan by adding the following features. We have to add all the doors, windows and steps at the sliding door. We also have to add the features as indicated by the abbreviations on the floor plan. This is the floor plan right over here. And we have abbreviations around the floor plan. That means we'll have to add the fixtures, and we also have to add the electrical fittings as indicated by numbers. So on our floor plan we have numbers, so those numbers are for the electrical fittings. Okay, and the last point, we have to hatch the walls, obviously, so we have to add all the hatching detail. Okay, so for the floor plan we are using scale 1:50. Okay, so now I'll just start with my first question. I'll just add the features. As you can see on the screen, I have already converted all the dimensions to scale. Because the scale is 1:50, I just converted all the measurements to scale 1:50. Okay, so I'll start with the windows and doors, right? Those are the features that are listed here. So we have door number 1 and door number 2, which is the sliding door. Door number 1 is this one, it's labeled here. It's D1 and D2. D2 is the sliding door. We are given also window 1, 2, and 3. That means we have 3 different windows. So this is window 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now I'll start by adding the doors around the floor plan. So this is the given floor plan. As you can see, I've added some doors there. So I'll have to add a door here and there, and also the sliding door there. So this door, it's door number 1. So from the floor plan I can just cancel out D1 there and D1 there, because already I've added the doors there. And also by the bathroom I added a door, so I can just cancel out D1 there, because I've added that feature already. Okay, So now I'll just start by adding the door by the I think this is the bedroom, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I'll start by adding a door right there. So that means it's this section. So I'll show you how to draw or add a door. So you start by drawing the arc, which is the door swing. So obviously I'll put my compass at this point. Let me just zoom that section so that you can see. So I'll put my compass right over there at that point to this point right this side, and draw an arc like that. And then now I'll start by drawing the door. So I'll start at this point at the corner there. So I just draw a line there. And now what's the thickness of the door? The thickness of the door is given, it's this 50 there. So when you divide this using the scale, that means we get 1. So the thickness of the door is 1. So from here, because I have this line, I'll measure 1 millimeter like that. And then from this point there, let me just start by drawing a line there. Okay, so from that point there, I'll have to draw a line like that, and also here I can just draw a line, and then I just complete my door there. So that's how we draw a door. As you can see, there is an open space there, so this space is for this part of the door. So when you close the door, this part of the door will fit into that space right there. So make sure when you draw a door, you just leave the space, right? Okay. Okay, so now I'll just try and add D2. D2 is, it's the sliding door. So obviously I'll just add this detail of the sliding door to that opening right there, right? Okay, so now because we are not given the thickness of this part, so I'll just fit this sliding door detail on this open space. So I'll start by drawing faint lines, construction lines there like that, because I'm trying to draw the sliding door, right? Okay, so normally the thickness of the door, it's 50 as given here for the normal door frame. So it's 50. So even this ones, I will just say it's 50, the thickness, right? Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can just measure this thickness of the wall. As you can see, it's 4 millimeters. So I will just mark 3 points there. So I've marked 3 points there. So from those points I can just draw straight lines, construction lines like that, like that. Okay, so from there, as you can see from this detail, I have a line there and a line there, right? So because we are not given the distance from this point to that point, because this line is for this small line right there, so obviously I'll have to measure the center point of this distance. So now I'll just measure this open space, it's 34. So I'll just measure half of 34, which is 17. So I'll mark a point there, and then from that point I can just draw a line like that. And then I'll mark off just I'll measure 1 millimeter and draw the other line like that. And then from here I can just draw a straight line over there, and a straight line there as well, right? So this detail I'm trying to draw, obviously this detail, this is the sliding door. So as given, I'll just add a line as well there and right over there. Okay, so this is my complete sliding door. So this is the sliding door. So now I can just go back to my incomplete floor plan and mark off D2, right? So now I think I added all the doors. So now I'll just try and add the windows. So if you check from my floor plan, let me just zoom out this thing. If you check, already I've added this window and that window over there. So that means it's window 3. This one, I'll just cancel that one, and also that one there. Okay, so now that means I'll just try and add window 2. There's an error there, so it's W2 there. It's window 2, window 1, window 3, window 1. So I'll just start by adding window 2 from the bathroom. So obviously it's right there. So now because I've drawn this window, I can just project this windowsill to this side. So that means I can just draw a 45-degree line from this corner of the wall going out. As you can see, the line aligns with this hidden line, right? So from there I can just project this line to there and project it to the side of the house. Okay, just like that. So if you check this window overlaps outside the wall. Why? It's because of the windowsill. So the windowsill will overlap. That means I'll have to draw something like that there everywhere. So that's how we draw a window. Make sure that the windowsill overlaps the wall, right? Okay, so obviously because I've drawn this window, it's easier for me just to project this line to the other side. So normally the windowsill will overlap with 50 millimeters, so I divided that 50 by 50, which is 1. So from this wall going out, it's 1 millimeter. So just take note that a windowsill will overlap by 50 millimeters from the wall. Okay, so now because I'm adding window 2, right? So this is window 2. So where is window 2? Window 2 is right here, and the length of this window is 12, right? So if I measure this open gap there, this is, like, let's say it's 16 millimeters, and remember the length of the window is 12. So obviously that means this open gap, it's not correct. So it means I'll have to measure the length of the window. So because it's 16, half of 16 is 8, I'll just mark a center point there. From that center point, I'll measure 6 to the left and 6 to the right. So 6 to the left and 6 to the right. Remember the length of the window, it's 12. So from there I can just draw a line there, a line over there, and you can just connect those two, right? Okay, let me just zoom that section. Then I extend those two lines to the window where the window starts, just like that. Okay, so now I'll have to add the window frame. So because I do have the window frame from this window, so what I can do is I can just project this to that 45-degree line like that, then project it to this side of the house, which is the south elevation. Okay, so from there I just draw this double lines there by that window, just like that. So make sure that these two lines are in the middle of the wall, like in the middle. Please do not include this section, you only focus on the wall. So that means from this center of the wall you just draw double lines, two lines. Okay, then from there I move to the next window, so I can just cancel out window 2. So now I'll add window 1. What's the length of window 1? Window 1 is 20. Okay, and now if you measure that gap there, it's not 20, it's 24, right? So the moment you just draw lines there, that means now your window will be incorrect. So make sure you measure the length that is given from the question paper, right? So the length is 20. So from here to there the gap is 24, and half of 24 it's 12. So I'll just mark off a center point there. From that center point I'll measure 10 to the left, right, and 10 to the right, so that's 20. So from those 2 points I can just draw this part and that part of the window, and obviously the window sill will overlap, so I can just join the two, and already I have the double lines there, so I can just draw those 2 lines right away, just like that. And also I'll have to extend those lines like that, like that. Okay, so I'm done with this window. Let's move to the next one. So I'll just leave it like that. I won't cancel out that W1 because I'll use this cutting plane for question 3. Okay, so now I'll just try and add window 3. What's the length of window 3? Where is window 3? Window 3 is right here. So window 3, the length is 30. Okay, so now I'll just measure this gap there. This gap is 34. So half of 34 is 17. So I'll just mark off the center point right there. Okay, from that center point, remember the length of the window is 30. So I'll mark off 15 to the left and 15 to the right. Okay, and then from there I can just draw 2 lines from those 2 points like that, and then I'll just draw a line there, and also this window frame here, the double lines in the middle of the wall like that, and I'll have to extend this line to the window as well as this line. Okay, so I'm done with this windows this side. So now that means I'll have to move to this side, right? So I can just mark off that window. Okay, so it's window 1 by the kitchen on our east elevation. So we have window 1, and what's the length of window 1? It's 20, right? So I measure that open gap, which is 24, and half of 24 it's 12, and then that means I have a center point. From that center point I can just mark off 10 to the left or down and 10 going up, right? Okay, and then remember I can just draw a 45-degree line at the corner there using my 45-degree set square, and then from there I can just project that point down like that, and then I just draw a line there, a line there. Okay, and then I just connect those 2 points, and that means I'll have to extend this line and that line, just like that. and let me just project those double lines to that 45-degree line, and then from there just take it down, also this point there. Okay, so just draw two lines like that. Okay, so that's how we draw windows from top view, which is the floor plan. So now I think I added all the doors and the windows. Yeah, I added all the doors and the windows. So I'll just go back to my instructions. From the instructions, I added what? The doors and the windows and the step at the sliding door, but we do have the step. Let me just show you there. So this is the step by the sliding door, so there is no need for me to add something there, so I can just mark off that. Okay, the fixtures as indicated by the abbreviations, so now I'll have to add the fixtures now. Okay, so where are the fixtures? Okay, so the fixtures are right over there. The water closet, it's WC. Obviously the toilet must be drawn against the inside wall. Okay, so this is WC number 1. WC number 2, the toilet must be drawn against the outside wall. Okay, so I'll start at this room, which is this one. I think this is the bedroom there. Okay, so I'll start with the water closet there. So this is water closet number 2, right? Okay, it's water closet number 2, which is this one. So this water closet must be drawn against the outside wall, right? Okay, so I'll just draw the water closet against the outside wall, the external wall. Okay, so now what's the width of the water closet? Obviously we are given the measurements here for the fixtures, so the width is 10. So from there I'll just measure 10, so 10 right there, and then I can just draw. Let me just zoom in so that you can see. So I'll just draw 2 lines there like that, construction lines, and then what's the length? The length is 14, and then the width of this part of the toilet, it's 5. So 14 and 5. So measure 14 there and 5 over there, right? Okay, so I can just draw the graphic symbol of what? A water closet. So please make sure that you know the graphic symbols, because you're not allowed to draw or copy the symbols as they are from the question paper, right? So you must know the graphic symbols. So this is the graphic symbol for a water closet. Okay, so I've added the water closet there. I can mark it off. So I have to add the wash basin, right? Okay, wash basin, where is it? It's this one. So this is the top view, this is the front view, and also all the views here at the bottom, those are the top views, right? Okay, so the length is 12, okay, and the width is 9.2. okay, so I'll have to add the wash basin right over there. So the length is 10, no, it's 12, so I can measure 12 there. Okay, and draw. Let me just move it a little bit down. Let me just mark it there and there. Okay, okay, and the width is 9.2. 9 is right there, so it's between 9 and 10, somewhere there. then I can just draw that right away, the rectangle. And our wash basin, there is an outlet there. You just draw a small circle, and then I can just label this WB, wash basin, and this one it's WC, water closet. Okay, so the wash basin is added. I can mark it off. HS, the shower. The shower is drawn at the corner of the room, so obviously the sides are equal. It's 16, so from this corner I can mark off 16 there and 16 at the side. Then I just draw that square. Just draw that square. Just like that, and an outlet at the corner, and then I label this fixture HS for shower. Okay, so I've added all the fixtures at this room, so I can mark that off. Now I will move to this one. So I have to add a water closet number 1, and remember from the instructions they said this toilet must be drawn against the inside wall. So where is the WC? It's there, so that means the WC1 will be drawn here against this wall, inside wall. Okay, so what's the width of the toilet? It's 10, so by the corner there on that wall I'll just mark 2 points, which is 10, and draw lines going to the left. And now if you check here, the length of this toilet seat, it's 14, and then this part is 5, 14, 5. So I'll start with the 14, mark there, and 5 is right over there, and then I just draw my water closet. Just like that. So this is my water closet. Okay, what do we have next? We have the wash basin. Okay, so it's WB, the wash basin, the length is 12. Okay, so I'll measure 12 here. So it's 12 there. Draw a line. Draw a line. What's the width? The width is 9.2. So I'll just mark it there. I'm gonna just complete my wash basin there. Like that, and then the outlet, a small circle, then I label my wash basin. Okay, so I've added my wash basin there and water closet. Okay, so I think I have added all the fixtures now, so I'll just go back to my instructions. Okay, so I've added all the fixtures. So now I'll have to add all the electrical fittings as indicated by the numbers, right? Okay, so now let's see. I'll start by the kitchen there. There is number 3 there. Number 3, what's that? Fluorescent light, 2 times 40 watts. Okay, so that means we have 2 40 watts bulbs. Okay, so just draw it in the middle of the kitchen there, just like that. Okay, and I'll have to label the light as 2 times 40 watt. Okay, just like that. Let me just zoom it a little bit. So this is the graphic symbol of a fluorescent light. As you can see here, we are given from the electrical symbols section. So this is the fluorescent light, and this is a ceiling light. This is the wall mounted light. It's the outside or outdoor light. Okay, so you must know your electrical symbols, right? Okay, so I've added this one, and this light is connected to this switch, which is number 2. Number 2 is one-way switch, double pole. Okay, so it means by the corner there I'll just have okay, that's fine. I'll just draw a full circle with 2 poles there. It's a double pole switch, so I just draw freehand cable line. So this light is connected to this one. So I was supposed to draw this door this side. So the door was supposed to open this way, the opposite way, because why? Because there is a switch there. Normally when you open a door, you must be able to insert your hand and switch on the lights. So yeah, so this door was supposed to be drawn this side. Just please note that. Okay, so now I added the switch, and number 5 there. What's number 5? It's a wall mounted light, so I'll have to draw this light by the wall, against the wall. So what I can do is I have to draw a line there. Okay, and obviously I draw the X like that, and this light will be connected there, right? Okay, just like that. So I can cancel out that one. Okay, we have number 6 there, number 6 up there, right? And number 6 is what? A switched socket outlet. So this outlet, the socket outlet, it consists of a switch. So that means on the socket outlet there is a switch. So that symbol is this one. So that means I'll have to add what? A half circle there, a straight line, and a switch by the side. So can you see the socket outlet? Because most of the learners they just draw a full circle, which is incorrect. A socket outlet, it's just a half circle, not a full circle, with a line in the middle pointing straight to wherever. But please make sure that it's a half circle and the switch added by the side, right? Okay, and then this is added. I'll have to add the switched socket outlet as well down there. So where is it? It's there. So it's a half circle and straight line there, and a switch there. Okay, so I've added that. And then we have number 4 there. Number 4, what's number 4? It's a ceiling light, so I'll just add a ceiling light symbol there. Okay, and this light is connected to the switch by the door, so I can just draw a full circle. This is switch number 2, which is the double pole, so I'll just add 2 poles there. Then I just connect this light with the switch. Okay, so I've added that. Then outside we have a light as well, so I have to add it in the middle there, and I connect that light with that switch there. Okay, so make sure the lines are wavy. Please do not draw arrows because normally learners, they just draw arrows, which is incorrect. That means you lose marks for that. So make sure you draw like a line, a wavy line like that. Okay, so I move to this room now. I have two ceiling lights there, so one right there and the other one right there. Okay, so I've added those two. So there's a switch there. Okay, one-way switch, single pole at the corner there. So even for this door is supposed to be drawn in the opposite direction because we have a switch right over there. So this is a single pole. Okay, so this one is connected to this light bulb. Okay, this one is connected to a switch right over there. So this is number two. Number two is a one-way switch double pole. So I'll add two poles there. So this one is there, and then by the toilet we have number four, which is a ceiling light. So I'll add a ceiling light there in the middle of the room. Connect that light with the switch. Okay, I added that one, and we have number six. So that means I'll have to add two switched socket outlets. So I have one there with a switch there. I have to add another one there like that. Okay, so I can just mark that off. So I'm left with the switch and the ceiling light. So the ceiling light will be right over there in the middle. Then I have a switch there like that. Then I'm done with the electrical fittings, so I can just mark that off. Then now I'm left with the hatching. So obviously from this floor plan, what needs to be hatched here, it's the walls. Other than that, I'm done with the floor plan. So obviously I'll have to hatch this floor plan. So obviously you have to use your 45-degree set square. So just hatch the walls like that. Okay, to align that with that part of the wall up there. Okay, right there, right over there, there, there. Over there, just please make sure you hatch the inside walls and the outside walls, internal and external walls, right? Okay, then I'll just hatch there down here. So there. Down there. Okay, so I'm done with the hatching. So this is the complete floor plan. Let me just double check if everything is added. Okay, so the floor plan is labeled there, floor plan, and the scale is indicated, and we also have the the north point symbol right there. So this is the complete floor plan. So I'm done with question number 1.